Hello, my name is Joe, and it is my great pleasure to announce 30 for 30, our full month-long fundraising campaign. Here we are in front of our office in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Hello everybody and welcome to 30 for 30. This is the first episode of hopefully maybe a lot more, we'll see. Just a little background, my name's Joe and the communications coordinator here at Chab Dai, and this is actually my very own birthday month. I turned 30 years old in just a few weeks, getting old. But I wanted to start out this video just really basic, a couple quick facts about Cambodia, a couple quick facts about Chab Dai, and maybe throughout this month we can answer some of your own questions, anything that you may have that you don't understand about trafficking, about Chab Dai, or about Cambodia. Chab Dai was started 13 years ago in 2005, and we began as an answer to the problem of the lack of coordination and lack of skills in the region. You may not be aware, or you may remember, about around 2005, maybe a little earlier, there was a live video put out on CNBC in America where they did a brothel raid. I believe it was IJM or someone, they did a live brothel raid, and this was aired all over the US and other Western countries around the world, and it was kind of people's first exposure to human trafficking and sex trafficking. Since then, a lot of individuals, a lot of organizations were started, and there was a flood of different companies that came to Phnom Penh to alleviate sex trafficking. However, as you may have known from disaster responses or things like that, when you get too many people in one area doing the same thing, you have a lot of overlap. You have a lot of people giving water to the same people, and you have people that need water that don't get it. Same thing happens in organizations like sex trafficking and anti-sex trafficking, is you have a lot of individuals working on the same demographic but not catering to other demographics. Because of that, we started Chab Dai Coalition. And we decided we wanted to bring everyone together and say, hey, let's work together, let's find what our gaps are and find what our overlaps are. We discovered very quickly that there were a lot of shelters in those early days working with the same age group of women, the same demographic, but we had a lot of age groups and demographics that were not being looked at. So then, therefore, the coalition was started, and some organizations changed their focus area from maybe 10 to 15-year-old women to older women to younger women, whatever the needs were that were needed. And more recently, a lot of organizations have shifted their focus to men. I talk a lot about sex trafficking because in Phnom Penh, that's generally what the first early days were started with. But we now know today that human trafficking is a very complex, broader issue that involves males, a lot of males, and a lot of just anyone who is exploitable is trafficked, whether that be a woman, a young woman, or an older woman, or a male, a young male, or an older male. So you have kids being trafficked into neighboring countries for begging. You have adult males being trafficked for construction and labor, whether it be agriculture, farming or fishing or labor marketing, wherever it is. Men will be exploited into that. Women will be exploited into either forced marriage in neighboring countries or domestic servitude, domestic work in other countries, or even factory work, depending on what's available, or construction work. There really is no limitation to what trafficking options there are. And because of that, our responses as organizations on the ground need to be just as diverse as the issue that we are addressing. And that's kind of the vision of Chab Dai, is to bring us all together and say, hey, what's the changing, what's going on, what are the issues now, and how do we together address it. Chab Dai specifically as an organization, like, for example, we don't have a shelter, we don't have direct programming, I guess, with clients. We have a case support team that repatriates clients from other countries. helps them come back into Cambodia, and then follows up with our counseling support. But any type of direct needs or direct assistance is actually done through our partner organizations. So if an individual is unable to go back home right away and they need to stay in a temporary shelter, we'll find a shelter through our partner referral programs and place them. But shelters are temporary to get them into family care as soon as possible, and that's generally our main workflow. We'll talk more about what we do at Chab Dai in coming episodes, but I just wanted to get us started, kind of get us going. Being my 30th birthday this month, I definitely wanted to make sure there's a focus for not just my friends and family, but anyone associated with Chab Dai who has known Chab Dai or doesn't know Chab Dai, to kind of just understand our vision, what it is that we do here in Cambodia, but also what it is that is needed, what else we can't do that we want other organizations probably to do, and what our grander vision is over the next couple months and if not years. It's an exciting time for us at Chab Dai. We are expanding more into Europe in the coming months, but for now, we're going to talk a little bit just about Cambodia in the next couple episodes of this video series, and then we'll kind of go expand upon what our plans are in the future. So please stay informed. Check out our campaign down below. Definitely drop a couple bucks off to us. I need to make $30,000 this month. That's the goal, 30 grand in 30 days, hence the name 30 for 30. So that's 300 people to donate only $100. I think that's doable. You can share this campaign, share this video, share whatever it is you want to share, your own campaign. You can make your own campaign on our global giving campaign. You're allowed to make your own fundraiser. If you want to fundraise for $1,000 for Chab Dai, you can start your own campaign there. There's a lot of ways you guys can help contribute towards this month-long idea. And most of all, if you have any questions, just comment below for questions, comment on Facebook, send us your messages. I want to answer anything that you may any question you may have. Like, this is it. This is your month as well as our month. This is Chab Dai, all of us together as participants, supporters, subscribers, anyone who's wanting to learn more about Cambodia, more about trafficking, and more about the global issues. That's what this month is all about. So send us your questions, and I will get to work at answering them as best as possible. I look forward to seeing more, and until the next time, cheers.